Ladies and gentlemen, take your seat. Oh, this is an echo.
Turn down the reverb.
Is that better? That's better. All right. Welcome to the Nights in the Heights presents Eric O'Shea, everybody. My name is Kevin Hall, and I'll be doing an opening set for you. I recently went on a date, I think, last Friday, and it had all the symptoms of a date, but like we went to chill. And we talked for like an hour, and we maintained eye contact the whole time, which was weird. And at one point, I just wanted to stand up at chill and just go up to everyone around and was like, "This is a date!" But I didn't do that because that would have been uncouth. But my love life, guys, like I know I'm really attractive, but I don't deserve to be. I do not deserve to be this good looking, guys, because when I open my mouth, it just fucks everything up. Because seventh grade, the first time I ever asked a girl out, I went up to her. But I made the fatal mistake before of going up to every person I knew and telling her I was going to ask her out at the end of the day. So I go up to her locker at the end of the school day, and there's just a semicircle of like 16 people, like 8 girls and 8 guys. It was like a gladiator arena, like, "We who want to know what love is, salute you!" Like, it's just something stupid like that. And she said no, and all the girls were just like crying and like really sorrowful for me. All the guys like, "Ha, he's gay!" Oh, like really screwed up stuff like that. And 8th grade, I had my first girlfriend, and I asked her out in a really just stupid way. I wrote the words, "Will you go out with me?" on my hand, and she had a class with me, and I just run up to her and was like, "Hey, look at my hand," and just shoved it in her face. And just like, you should never do that, unless you're like medically incapable of speaking. Never do that, because that's creepy. All right. A little thing about me, guys. My dad is an alcoholic, and my mom is a substance abuse counselor. So there's just like a great power shift going on in my family. It's just like, who will outlast the other? Like, it's just really screwed up. But one of the things that I don't like, that I didn't like growing up, is my dad never got to read me bedtime stories because he was just messed up all the time. And in retrospect, that would have been amazing. Like, gather around, boys and girls. Once upon a time, there were 2 men named Jack and Bailey. And they were my best friends. They were my best friends. Jack, Bailey, and I roamed the countryside looking for adventure. And then one night at a roadside bar, Jack, Bailey, and I met these 2 other guys named Bud and Jameson. And Bud, Jameson, Jack, and Bailey and I became the best of friends. And we hung out. We went cross-country, going on trips with one another, getting in fights with strippers and crossing guards, and it was awesome. But one night, I wake up, and I'm naked in Canada trying to rip the bark off a tree. And I don't think the grizzly bears appreciated the fact that I was invading their turf. Oh, wait, Jameson's calling me. I have to go. My dad never finished college, so I don't know if that's accurate. Another thing is, my dad's the kind of guy who would try to win a woman back by blasting Hootie and the Blowfish lyrics. He would reenact the scene from Say Anything, like a morbidly obese Lloyd Dobler, but he hasn't worked out since the Reagan administration, so he wouldn't be able to lift the stereo over his head. So he would just rest it up against the hood of his unregistered Ford Focus. So, and he would be drunk, so he'd be at the wrong house anyway. So some 280-pound redneck hillbilly comes out with a sawed-off shotgun chase and he's like, "You better play some Skinner, fat ass!" Like some stuff, and the chase wouldn't last long because my dad would be weighed down with gin and shrimp cocktail and 20 years of regret. So, I got kicked out, guys, this is a true story. I got kicked out of a homeless shelter's book night. I guess the Hunger Games was a poor choice. That's topical. But could you imagine if there were like a steel cage match with 2 hobos over like stale baguettes and coconuts, like, and in this corner, the reigning heavyweight champion of the Arby's Dumpster Fighting League, weighing in at 45 pounds, the destitute destroyer, the trash diving dynamo, the destructive derelict, give it up for 4 Fingers Lenny, yeah! And in this corner, the challenger, weighing in at 41.5 pounds. They're really skinny, guys, because they're homeless. They don't eat a lot. And the diabolical derelict, the hungry hobo, the hell-bound homeless person. Give it up for Toothless Rusty. Like, and they just go at it. And whoever wins that fight, guys, it doesn't matter. Because the referee loses. Because when he lifts the guy's arm up, bam, instant hepatitis. And then he passes away 2 weeks later, and the cycle of homelessness continues because his wife is forced into poverty. This is an example of a positive stereotype, guys. I really think it's funny that all the Asian students smoke outside the libraries here. Because in 6 years, they're all going to be able to operate on each other. So you want to be a doctor? No, I don't want to be a doctor. Stop trying to encourage me. Like, you can't get mad at that. Call Me Maybe. Let's talk about that. I absolutely hate that song, guys. It's like, you shut up. Here's a list of things I would rather listen to than Call Me Maybe. I would rather listen to Fran Drescher from The Nanny narrate the miracle of life than listen to Call Me Maybe. I would rather listen to my ex-girlfriend present a thesis on what I did wrong than listen to Call Me Maybe. I would rather listen to a 9-year-old boy with Tourette's try to finish a story than listen to Call Me Maybe. I would rather listen to Gilbert Gottfried provide his insights on interracial porn than listen to Call Me Maybe. It's just terrible. I live in the mods, which is fun, I guess. We failed the shit out of housing inspection. We're on like double secret mega, triple cheeseburger, Voltron Force probation. It's just terrible. It's awful. And one of the things, we're like Delta House, but we're sexy and we have an Asian guy, so it's just like Animal House reference? No? Okay. But it's fun because one of the things I like, and other people in the mods can attest to this too, is when you wake up on like Sunday morning and you see like a squad of soft-spoken Asian women sifting through our recyclables, just like they're like a armada of just really like nice Asian women. You're hungover. It's like, oh, I just looked through your trash now, and it's like, okay, well, fucking whatever. But like I live with disgusting morons, and they're like sifting through the trash. They open it up. There's like condom wrappers and cigarette butts and broken syringes and human remains. There's like a feral midget at the bottom looking. It's like, shut the door! Like stuff like that. Do you ever hear someone say something and you immediately hate them with like no precondition?
Yes.
I'm glad you're on my side for this one. I was walking through the quad on Monday after class, and I was excited because I was done with class. I was going back to my mod to do what I always do on Monday afternoons, which is eat bagel chips and watch Rocko's Modern Life on Netflix because my life is going according to plan. And this kid, this Uber bro, this super Uber bro, just walked by with his friends like, bro, there's nothing worse than playing 18 holes and then walking up Com Ave. And I was like, you need to die right now! Like, I was just so angry. Like, and then I immediately started playing like the world's longest round of Family Feud inside my head. Like, top 173,000 answers still on the board. Name something worse than playing 18 holes and walking up Com Ave. 5 seconds. Stubbing your toe. Childbirth. The Baton Death March. Stubbing your toe on the Baton Death March. There's just a whole list of things. And like that's indicative of BC culture, guys. Because like I'm white, I admit that. But look at my shoes. Look how shitty my shoes are. I am not rich by any respect. And there's just all these people now, because it's all warm, there are girls tanning outside the theology department because they love irony and hate Jesus. So all these like uber rich people like, oh, look at Johnny Big Dick walking through the quad in his $450 salmon colored Burberry shorts and rocking his $1,000 Versace sunglasses that deflect the sun's rays into the eyes of poor people. Like, which is really screwed. I'm from a particularly unintelligent part of New Jersey called New Jersey. And I substitute teach there because my life is going according to plan, and it's just really bad because like there's like 10% of them like get it and they know what they're doing. The other 90% are moron hoodlums who like screw with me sometimes. They go up to me, it's like, hey Kevin, I want to be a scientist when I grow up. And I look at him and I was like, Billy, being a meth dealer doesn't count. Please try it again. You can't run meth labs. That's not science. This one kid comes up to me in class. Actually, there was a busted drug deal, and this is the funny part. This kid was selling Percocets to other students, but he was selling them 2 for $5. And when I found this out, I was like, wow, you are a shitty drug dealer. Like, if I knew ahead of time you were selling it for that much, I would have bought them off of you and sold them like 25 times, because I watched The Wire and I know how life works. That was good. All right, I'm gonna end it with that. I'm gonna bring up your head performer. He's been on NBC and VH1. He's had over 4 million views on YouTube. He was voted in 2010 and 2011 the National College Performer of the Year. In 2009, he was at the Primetime Emmys in LA, where he performed with Betty White and Seth MacFarlane and Tina Fey and Carol Burnett. He comes to you all the way from New York City. Give it up